Welcome back to Miss B Biology. In this video, I will be releasing some quick fire questions on the topic infection and response. I'll be covering the entire topic. So this is what I want you to do. 1. When the question is read, please pause the video and try to answer the question before releasing my answer. Grab your book, grab your pen, just in case you need to make note of questions and answers you weren't sure about. First question, what is a communicable disease? Very good. A disease caused by pathogen and can be passed from one person to another. Define pathogen and list examples. Microorganisms that cause disease, and examples would be bacteria, viruses, protists, and fungi. Why do we feel ill when we have an infectious disease? Because microbes reproduce quickly, produce toxins, and damage cells. What type of pathogen causes rose black spot disease? Fungus. Plants with rose black spot disease often have yellow leaves. Why? Very good. Less chlorophyll is present, or if you want to say chlorophyll broken down. This is a big question now, usually valuing 4 marks. Why do plants with rose black spot and the TMV grow slowly? Less chlorophyll present, so less light absorbed, therefore less photosynthesis take place. Less glucose made for amino acids production. Amino acids make protein, and protein is responsible for growth. So it's like a domino effect. How do gardeners prevent the spread of rose black spot? Remove and burn affected leaves and stems, using fungicide, or breed rose plants that are resistant. Tomato plants may become infected with a pathogen called TMV. What type of pathogen is TMV? Very good, it's a virus. How is TMV spread from one plant to another? Contact with diseased plant material and healthy plant. How can farmers control the spread of TMV? Good field hygiene and good pest control. Grow plants that are TMV resistant. Any one of those answers. Antibiotics cannot be used to treat measles. Why? Measles is caused by a virus. Antibiotics kill bacteria, not viruses. What are some of the signs/symptoms of measles? Fever and red rash. How is the measles virus transmitted from one person to another? It is spread by inhalation of virus in droplets from a cough or sneeze. How can the spread of measles be controlled? Isolate infected individuals. How is HIV spread from one person to another? Sexual intercourse, through body fluid, sharing needles, blood transfusion, mother to fetus in the uterus, mother to child in breast milk. How can the spread of HIV be prevented? Using condoms, not sharing needles, screen blood used for transfusion, HIV positive mothers bottle feeding their children. Why do people with AIDS die from a different type of infection? Because HIV damages the immune system. Antibiotics cannot be used to treat HIV infections. Why? Antibiotics do not destroy viruses because they live inside cells. Reminder, antibiotics only kill bacteria. What type of pathogen causes malaria? Very good, Protist. How is the malaria pathogen transferred to humans? By mosquito bites. Protist is passed from one person to another person by mosquitoes. What term is used to describe the mosquito? Vector. True or false? Protists reproduce sexually in the mosquito and asexually in the human body. True. Which organ of the body is mainly affected by malaria? Very good, the liver. Which blood cell of the body is mainly affected by the pathogen that causes malaria? Red blood cells. Protists that cause malaria may enter red blood cells and cause them to burst. Why do people experiencing this symptom feel tired? Less oxygen carried to the cells, so less energy released from respiration. How can the spread of malaria pathogen be reduced? Use a mosquito net to prevent bites. Use insecticide to kill mosquitoes. Prevent breeding by removing still water or add insecticide to still water. Take antimalarial drug. Use insect repellents. Salmonella food poisoning is caused by bacteria in food. Give one symptom of salmonella food poisoning. Vomiting, diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps. What is the mode of transmission of salmonella? Eating undercooked food. Eating food prepared in unhygienic condition. So this food would have been contaminated with the salmonella bacteria. How can the spread of salmonella be controlled? Vaccinate chicken against salmonella. Do not eat undercooked food. Do not prepare meals in unhygienic conditions. What type of pathogen causes gonorrhea? Very good, bacteria. How is gonorrhea transmitted from one person to another? Unprotected sexual contact with an infected person. Give one way to control the spread of gonorrhea. Use a condom. Avoid having sexual intercourse. Describe how the human body can prevent pathogens from entering. This is usually a 3-mark question. Skin acts as a barrier. Stomach contains hydrochloric acid that kills bacteria. Trachea contains mucus that traps bacteria which are moved away by cilia. If you wrote these 3 points, you'll get the 3 marks. But here is another one. Tears contain enzymes to kill bacteria. What is the function of phagocytes? Very good. Engulf and digest pathogen. What is the function of lymphocytes? They produce antibodies against antigen, and they also produce antitoxins against toxins produced by pathogens. Describe how the human body can defend itself against pathogen inside the body. This is usually a 3 to 6 marker, and I mainly see this question as a 6 marker. Here are the points that you need to write down. It doesn't matter how many marks the question value. Write down these points. The immune system produces white blood cells. Lymphocytes produce antibodies that bind to the pathogen and clump them together. The phagocytes then come in and engulf and digest the pathogens. Lymphocytes, they also produce antitoxins to neutralize toxins produced by the pathogens. And lastly, memory cells are formed for a faster response if pathogen re-enters. Explain how vaccination make a person immune to a disease. So dead or inactive form of the pathogen is introduced into the body. Lymphocytes produce antibodies, antibodies made quickly by memory cells on reinfection. What is the name of the first antibiotic developed? Penicillin. New drugs are tested in a lab before they are trialed on people. What are new drugs tested on in a lab? Tissues. They can also be tested on live animals such as mice. What is a placebo? It's a tablet that does not contain the drug or active ingredient, or if you just want to say it's a fake drug. Who knows which patients are given the placebo and which patients are given the drug in a double-blind trial? Neither the patient nor the doctor. New drugs must be tested before they can be used. Why? To check they are safe, to check they are effective, and to check to see if there are any side effects or if they are toxic. Which plant does aspirin originate from? Willow. Which plant does digitalis originate from? Foxglove. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have learned something. I hope that your knowledge on the topic infection and response is way better. And I wish you all the best in your exams. Bye bye.